Ma'am, you said national bird.
Hindi po ba, Senator Lacson? Well, somebody who interviewed you said that you said that.
It must be another senator judge or another person.
Talking about birds, okay.
Please proceed, ma'am.
I never talked about birds.
Yes, Your Honor. Your Honor, may I request the court to recognize the counsel for the panel of prosecutors, Attorney Lorna Pataho Kapunan, Your Honor.
Attorney Kapunan, counsel for the prosecutors is recognized. What do you have for us, ma'am?
Magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat. Attorney Lorna Pataw Kapunan, counsel for the prosecutors, under the control and supervision of the House Panel of Prosecutors. If I may, Your Honors,
Please proceed.
I can see Senator Panfilo Lacson coming in at narinig ko po yung kanyang interview nung sinabi po niya na baka magkaapo na tayo dito at magkaroon na ng national bird, hindi pa tapos ang impeachment trial na to. We have seen,
Bird.
this is,
Ma'am, you said national bird.
hindi po ba, Senator Lacson? Well, somebody who interviewed you said that you said that.
It must be another senator judge or another person.
Talking about birds, okay.
Please proceed, ma'am.
I never talked about birds.
Then definitely my information was hearsay. In any event, in the last 4 trial days, we have had several hours of legal calisthenics, direct examination, cross-examination, and today we also had redirect and recross. A total of approximately 8 hours a day and 2 witnesses. Today we are supposed to hear a subpoenaed witness, Attorney Zulaika Lopez. And after her, another witness subpoenaed or called to appear here, Captain Belinda Bello. After hearing the 2 competent and credible witnesses, not expert witness, but through their credentials showed that they were competent to testify on the matters that they were asked to authenticate. After evaluating through these 2 witnesses, 19 documentary evidence from Agent Kalilong and 45 documentary evidence from our recent witness, Attorney Lotok. And after the very clarificatory and probing questions of our senator judges, after evaluation, and not only during this 5-minute huddle, pero hurdle na rin po yun. It is the wisdom of the public prosecutors as expressed through this representation that we find it totally unnecessary, redundant, and a surplusage to still present Attorney Zulaika Lopez and as well Captain Belinda Bello. Let me just state for the record the reasons why. Had we been able to present Attorney Zulaika Lopez, she would have proven 3 things. or we would want to have proven three things. First, that she was personally present inside that detention center when the Vice President uttered the video, Exhibit P-4-10, when she uttered the statements that she had contracted, that she had already contracted a killer, and you have heard this already before, and so on, to kill the President, the First Lady, and the Speaker of the House. That would have been the first offer of testimony, that she was personally present inside that detention center when the Vice President uttered those statements. Admitted already, admitted by no less than Attorney Vinluan here, who in his closing remarks or opening remarks mentioned more than 10 times that that press conference occurred, Attorney Zulueta and the Vice President was there, and that in that press conference or a live broadcast, the Vice President did utter the statements we have heard time and again, Exhibit P-4-10. Although Attorney Vinluan says yes, 10 times, I counted just now. I counted that the admission there as to the utterance was made 10 times. Although Attorney Vinluan did say that it is a matter of interpretation. He says that the Vice President did not act as Vice President when she made those utterances. He attempted to give a humane picture to the Vice President that she had reacted as mother, sister, brother? No. And that she was not reacting in her capacity as Vice President. But in that statement that Attorney Vinluan mentioned, there was admission as to the utterances being made more than 10 times. He said, our interpretation is wrong, but again, that is left to the discretion of this court. So that was the first offer. The fact that there were utterances made in a press conference and that Attorney Zulueta was president. No need to present Attorney Lopez for this purpose. Secondly, our second purpose was that Attorney Zulueta Lopez was not only present, but so were other media personnel present there who heard the utterances of the Vice President. And lastly, we would have offered Attorney Zulueta Lopez to Zulaika Lopez to confirm the authenticity and the provenance of that video, Exhibit P-4-10. Totally unnecessary because, why? Because the defense themselves used the very same video, said exhibit, in their defense when they showed Attorney Zulueta crying and allegedly complaining about the violation of our human rights. So by their own admission, there is no question about this video. And so it is our contention, and we hereby manifest that with these admissions on file, and thank you to the senator judges for the clarificatory questions propounded. And I'd specifically like to say thank you to Senator Tito Sen, Vicente Soto, for, in his brief statement, by virtue of clarificatory, brought us back to what this trial is all about. We are not a criminal court, and much time has been spent. Is there grave threats? Is there inciting to sedition? All of this is relevant. But in the context of, is it by doing these grave threats and by inciting to sedition, does it make the Vice President a violator of the Constitution? Does it make her a violator of her solemn oath of office? Is this a high crime? Is this betrayal of public trust? That is what this impeachment is all about. It is not what Attorney Binluan says. If it is grave threats, by all means, we admit. Prison correctional, 6 months to 6 years. And that's a fine of 2,000 pesos. If it is sedition, the same. MTC should be trying these crimes, or the RTC. But that's not what this is all
Attorney
about.
Gapunan,
Okay.
with your indulgence, kindly
Last sentence.
take up the matter of the presentation of witnesses.
Correct.
Because that is the subject at hand.
So going back to why we are making this manifestation, we have said, and I have said on behalf of the public prosecutors, Your Honors, that we will no longer be presenting Attorney Zuluaga and Zulaika Lopez. And, Your Honors, in addition, because the testimony of Captain Belinda Bello is merely corroborative. She would have been presented only to corroborate the fact that there was a transfer order made in the detention center and that that transfer order had been the subject of the video or press conference of November 23, 2024. And so, Your Honors, we are also no longer going to call as a witness Captain Belinda Bello. With that, Your Honor, I think the reminder of Senator Lacson that the accused, that the respondent is entitled to a speedy trial. Prosecution, the prosecutors would want this to be a reminder to all. We are doing our part. We have reduced trial dates by lessening our presentation on this article by 2 witnesses, Your Honor. And therefore, we would also request that the same be also a reminder to the defense counsels or the counsels for the defense. Your Honor, please, in my 48 years of practice as a private lawyer, and I'm grateful for this chance, I have learned 2 things in litigation. The first thing I have learned is, first, learn when to present and not to present a witness. And second, learn when to stop. And I think that should be our takeaway from this manifestation. We have decided from the evidence presented and from everything in consideration that we will not present these 2 witnesses. And on that note, I will also say we know when to stop. And this is where I stop. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator. Thank you, Counsel, for the.
Mr. Presiding
Madaling
Officer.
malito kasi sa sinabi ni Ma'am Lorna.